Hey peeps, welcome to our happy place in the White Mountains. We thought we'd share with you a brief tour of Storyland. It originally opened in 1954 and it's a children's amusement park that is based on fairy tales. These wooden shoes have been at the park since I was a kid, and this was kind of momentous because it's the first time Pro was tall enough to ride them on his own. You'll notice when you're walking around Storyland, it has the feel of a quaint European village, or at least what I imagine a quaint European village would feel like. I don't know, I've not been to Europe. I have dogs, I have horses. They're expensive. This is the Polar Coaster. It's a great little roller coaster for kids and sissies like me that don't really care for the thrill rides. This is one of the train stops, Whistle Stop Railroad. We love to ride the train around the park. Storyland is grouped into different lands, and here we're walking by the area that has a mine you can tour, and you can even do a little panning for gold on your own, and then this is going towards Cinderella's castle. And look at this, public enemy number one. The chippies are everywhere. They're taking over. As you might expect at an amusement park, there are different places to grab snacks and lunch along the way. None of them are gourmet, but they'll definitely get you through the day. We love the guardhouse because we refill our free refillable Storyland water bottles that we buy at the beginning of the season here with lemonade, or I love Diet Coke, and they also have popcorn, which is a staple every time we make a trip. And you know by now that if there is a horse someplace, you will be able to find me there. It doesn't matter if it's real or mechanical. This is the pumpkin coach that takes you up to Cinderella's castle. Here's the inside of Cinderella's castle where you get to meet none other than Cinderella. It's a little different right now because of COVID. You can't walk right up next to her like you normally do, but they've done the best they can with a tough situation. This is an attraction that they just refurbished at Storyland within the last couple of years. It's called the Rat Tours, and Safari Bob is gone missing, and you have to help your safari guide look for him. There are dinosaurs, there are a few animatronics, and it's a nice relaxing little ride through a shaded area if you happen to be at Storyland on a hot summer day. It's slightly less fun if you do it with Pro because he is a dinosaur expert, and he points out all of the things they have incorrect in history about the dinosaurs, their sizes, and their colors. What can you do? And if you're thinking, golly gee, these Triceratops certainly got more time in the video than anything else, that's because it's my favorite dinosaur, and when you control the video, you get to put your favorite things in more than others. Welcome to Dr. Geyser's River Raft Adventure. You will get wet. The question is, how wet? This trip, Pro and I got completely soaked, but that's part of the fun, with the roller coaster going by in the background and all kinds of splashing going on the ride that you're on. We had to take the video after we got off the ride so we could keep our camera dry. This is us after the ride, soaking wet. And as you might expect, we weren't able to show you every single ride they have at the park. It's a kids' amusement ride, so they have a small Ferris wheel. They also have a log flume ride that's very kid-friendly. They do have one big regular-sized coaster that Duppy says is awesome. Pro and I don't do it, so we can't vouch for it, but I take his word for it. He's an adrenaline/roller coaster junkie. And no theme park that focuses on storybook fairy tales would be complete without the old lady who lives in the shoe giving stickers to all the kids. They have a small section of the park where they have live animals for the kids to view, and they tell the story that they correspond with. So here are the chickens with Chicken Little. And then the next place we're going to pop over to are the Black Sheeps, for you guessed it, Baba Black Sheep. And it goes on, there are a few others, and we didn't get to go look at them all today. The park is sprinkled with these other little kid-friendly things like random tunnels to run through, and Little Miss Moffat sitting on her tuffet. I mean, that's Pro, sitting next to a creepy spider. We've been bringing Pro to Storyland since he was old enough to do it, and so I pulled a few of these photos from years past just because it shows some of the other attractions and how much fun we've been able to have here over the years. We hope you enjoy them. This log flume picture is my personal favorite. It's the first time he ever went on a flume ride, and he was scared to death. We hope you enjoyed our little tour of Storyland, and if you plan a trip to the White Mountains, we hope you add it to one of your stops.